All right, party people. What's going on, everybody? So we got probably a little bit of a surprise today for the show. We might reveal something kind of cool today. Not yet, though. We'll get there. But what is going on, my pink brony bros? It is I, the greatest of all bronies, Michael Geza. 4-3. What's going on, though? Give me a few moments. Hold on. The service on here doesn't seem to... Going up on a Tuesday. Mark Salmons, what up, dude? Trump stock is right. Dude, Trump is the man, dude. Trump is the GOAT, dude. Honestly, the man is playing 4D chess, and everybody's falling behind, man. People can't keep up with the GOAT, dude. He's playing 4D chess, I'm telling you. I've been telling this to you guys for a while, but nobody fucking listens. T-Dog is playing 4D chess, bro. But nobody listens. Won't you guys just listen to me? Eric Von Erich says, play Final Fantasy for 20 minutes to warm up. Now, I'm not doing any Final Fantasy this morning, but I am excited, though. We're at 10,000 subscribers. I still can't believe it. Oh, I could believe it, but, you know, I'm very happy right now. Some people cut too deep, crash too hard. Some are fighting demons that never seem to leave them. Give me one more second, you guys. Maybe not a second. Maybe a little more than that. One moment. The reach is to the ones that don't grow up. 24 forever till we self-destruct. Hey, thank you guys for voting in the poll, by the way. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the people subscribing. We're now at 10,011 subscribers. 10,011 subscribers. But, you know, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to subscribe to this channel and becoming a part of the growth of the channel. Oh. All right, you guys, I got a special surprise for everybody. In honor of the 10K. Guess what we got? We just got a new microphone for the show. This just in, we just got a new microphone for the show. You guys want to see the new microphone? It just got delivered to my doorstep right this instance. We got a brand new microphone. And do you guys want to see what it is? So I didn't want to tell you guys until I actually got it in the mail. But I'm not getting rid. I'm not getting rid of the Yeti Blue. This is still one of my favorite microphones. I love this mic. So what we're doing is we're going to keep this as a backup. We're going to keep this Yeti Blue that you see right here as a backup microphone just in case anything happens to this and I have to send it in for a warranty or whatever. But I'm excited, man. So we're going to try to actually get this thing set up right now. Tim Smith is asking, is it shaped like JD Vance? You'll see. Now, what type of microphone? Now, before we open it up, what brand of microphone do you guys think I got? And what model of microphone do you think I got? It's kind of specific, but I will give you guys a hint, though. It's the type of microphone that a lot of people use on their streams. Like Asmund Gould has the same brand of microphone. This is a bit of an upgrade, though, I think. It's a little bit better. It has a Type-C connector on it, so it allows me to just directly plug it into the computer, and then I could just tweak all the settings from there. In fact, we might even be able to configure it right here, right now. Give me a few moments, though. I gotta open up the box. Okay, you guys, before we do the microphone reveal, what kind of microphone do you guys think it is? What brand? We're going to do an unboxing of this right here, right now. What do you guys think it is, man? What type of microphone? Come on, I need to know, man. What microphone do you think it is? All right, here we go. Since nobody's answering, it is the MV7 Plus podcast kit. It's it also comes with a stand, which is kind of cool. I may just end up putting the microphone on this stand and keeping the stand as kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a backup maybe for the Yeti or something. I plan on keeping the Yeti as like a guest microphone, so if we have like somebody come in and wants to be on the show, the Yeti can be kind of more of a guest microphone or something like that. So that way we're not like sharing the same mic or whatever. Well, let's do an unboxing real quick. This is it, man. This is it. We're doing an unboxing of this new MV7 microphone, man. This is new. I mean, this is for real though. This is absolutely an upgrade from the Yeti Blue. I love the Yeti Blue microphone with all my heart, but this is an upgrade. This is an actual upgrade, and I'm very happy with it. So let's might be able to just take this thing off here. I want to keep the packaging pretty pristine just in case I got to return it for whatever reason. Yeah, there's a lot of cool features with this. And right out of the gate, man, it's looking good. Let's try to pull it out real quick. Hold on. All right, this is cool, man. So I did not expect, honestly, I thought I was going to receive this a little bit later today, so I did not expect it to come so quickly. All right, let's. Here we go. All right, we're unboxing it now, everybody. Ooh, I love the. Oh, that's a great smell, man. Okay, cool. There's a Shure app as well. I'll probably have to download that just to make sure everything's good. Here's a quick start guide. All right, we got a good quick start guide here. Connecting via USB-C. All right. So if I connect via USB-C, nice. Okay. Really cool. So we got that. Oh, this is neat, man. Oh, wait a minute. I thought there was supposed to be like a microphone stand that was supposed to come in this. Oh. Wait a minute. I don't think this came with the stand. Oh, shit. Oh, maybe it did. Hold on. I think it did. Hold on. The stand's... Is it right here? Hold on. Feels like the stand is in here. Hold on. Just gotta... Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is really cool, you guys. Holy crap, we got a new microphone, everybody. We're unboxing it right here, right now. Gonna get a quick start guide. This might be... is this the stand for it? We'll see. I think this might be the stand. Thank you guys for putting up with this, by the way. I thought we were going to react to some videos, but we might be able to get this running. So, first part of this first part of the show is me unboxing a microphone, a new microphone that we just got. This is going to be very fascinating. Okay, microphone stand. That's cool. I'm still going to try to put the microphone on this instead. But, yeah, this is great. Look at that. This is the new mic, everybody. Now, out of curiosity, we're just going to kind of set it up like this here for now. We're just going to set it down. There we go. So we're going to put the Shure mic. Yeah, we're going to put the Shure mic on here. It depends on how long also the... I don't know if it comes with a USB thing. Probably doesn't. Yeah, does it even... Oh, it comes with a pole. Here we go. While we're setting this up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer the Yeti Blue microphone over to the... I'm going to try to transfer the Yeti Blue microphone over to this stand. Don't know if this is going to work specifically, but this is... Look at this. This is kind of cool. Okay, now... Can I get this off of here safely? One moment, everybody. We're going to do some tricky things. This is going to take a few moments. This is not, I don't know how clean of a transfer this is going to be. I'm going to try to make it clean, though. I'm still a big fan of the Yeti Blue, though. This is an interesting little transfer, man. Hold on. We might be able to do this. Can you guys still hear me? Oh yeah, it looks like you guys can still hear me. Cool. All right. Oh, before they turn off all the lights. This is going to be my new singing microphone, everybody. This is going to be the one I'm just like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Did you know which way to turn, which way to go? I'm actually going to put it on this new stand that I got. Since this is the... I'll put the... This is not the cleanest transfer I've ever done, by the way. We just got a new microphone, everybody, for those of you who just got in here. We just got a new mic. It's the Shure microphone, MV Plus. We're actually setting it up right now on the arm that we have. It's just taking a little longer than one would expect. That's all. Now we haven't given up on the well, I'm still keeping the old mic as a secondary microphone. So I'm not getting rid of the old mic. I'm keeping it up as a backup. It's backup equipment for the Geza show. So just in case, having a backup mic is always a good thing. So I take audio very seriously on this. I take audio very seriously on this show. So. Honestly, the transition on this has been doing pretty clean. We're trying to get it clean. All right, so just in case the microphone doesn't work, the new one, for whatever reason, we still got the Yeti. Oh, did I get it all the way on? I think it's all the way on. Hold on. Yeah, At this point, I think it's already on. Okay. Okay, so we just successfully transferred okay, so we just successfully transferred the Yeti Blue to the stand. I got the stand because I knew I'd still want to keep the Yeti Blue. So I got the stand to come with it, and that way I could still use the Yeti Blue in some capacity. That's the goal. Oh no! This is the new microphone. So this I put the Yeti Blue on this one right here, but this is the new microphone right here. All right, let's put it on. Give me a moment. So I think there we go. So I think I got it kind of figured out. Hold on. I'm getting this set up real quick though. Testing 1, 2, 3. I mean, obviously it's not working yet. Hold on. Top G. Yeah, this is really cool, man. I love this. I mean, it's not plugged in yet, but now I probably am going to have to use one of my Type-C cables. I'm going to have to use one of my longer ones, though, to get this to work. Let me make sure I got everything in here. But for right now, we're going to be using the blue microphone while we get this shut up, man. So this is the Shure mic, the new Shure mic that I got. I'm really, really satisfied with this. I got to admit, this is going to be really fun to use. But yeah, I could kind of adjust however I need to adjust it. I'm going to need to probably... Actually, I think you know what's funny? I actually think the USB-C cord right here. Oh, wow. Yeah, this actually reaches perfectly. Yeah. Hell yeah. This actually reaches a lot better than I anticipated. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this is, I don't know how this is going to work with the, oh, it's turning on. That's a start. We actually might be able to just plug and play this right now. We'll see how good this thing is, man. We'll see just how good this thing is, man. I'm excited. It looks like underneath. And I ended up getting some extra pop filters as well. Thank you guys for being so patient with me on this one. We're going to see if we can get the microphone working during the stream. I don't know if we can. Oh, wow, that's great. That's lovely. Let's go to sound settings real quick. Oh, wow. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. We might be able to get the Shure microphone working right now. Holy crap, you guys, we might be able to get this to work right this instant. Hold on. There's got to be a couple things I got to do, though. Oh, shit, it's there. So we're going to have to test out the sync offset, though. We might have to get it to 60. If anything seems a little bit off, though, please let me know. Yeah, there we go. What? It looks like it's mono. What the hell? What the heck? Well, can you guys hear me? Hold on. So the show does sound way better. Well, here's the issue that I have, though, is it's showing up in mono. Let me make sure this is right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me on the new microphone pretty well? I mean, what is it? I'll see what it sounds like on the phone real quick, too. Yeah, this is pretty wild, dude. I think we just got a major improvement on the audio through this microphone alone. Yeah, this is pretty cool. My only issue that I have hello, hello, hello. 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 Loud. So I think it's downloading the new firmware. I think the new microphone is downloading its firmware or something like that. I don't know. Give me 1 second, though. Okay, you guys. Oh, I think it's working again. I don't know what happened, but it stopped. It was working for a second, and then now it's working again. I'm gonna keep the microphone over there. I'm gonna keep the old mic over here just in case. But yeah, it's showing green again. That's good. I'm looking for. Hold on. Okay, it looks like it's working again. So I think I need a better Type-C cable. I got plenty of other ones I could utilize. One moment. Actually. This actually might be a lot better. Okay. This is 22222. Okay, let's try this again. One, two. Okay. That's not too bad. Now, can I move this USB cord without it fucking out? Yeah, it seems to be doing better with this USB-C cord. I think the other one, because I want to be able to move the microphone around, during a live broadcast. Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Is this for me? No, I love the new microphone though. I can't believe we're getting it to work on this stream. I mean, this is really a testing phase. We'll see how I could react to videos with it. One more moment, though. I want to see if there's any firmware that I need. Give me a moment. I'm downloading the software for it. Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a moment. So I'm downloading Motive Mix. It's just taking a few more moments. Oh, I figured it out, you guys. Okay. So when I move it as so, if I tap, oh, okay. Okay, I figured it out. So when I tap it, it mutes it. So it wasn't losing connection at all. What really was happening is, oh wow, that's fantastic. I'm downloading some firmware for this though. Yep, downloading the firmware for it right now. I just didn't realize that. So it looks like you kind of have to be a little bit careful when you're touching it because you might mute it. No, this is fantastic though, dude. This is amazing. Um, I really love the. I'll hear the audio quality here in a second, obviously, but we're gonna listen to. We're gonna open up some of the foam, some little foam things. If I can get this open, hold on. My nails are not working, you guys. My nails are not working. Yeah, I can't believe we're getting this set up during the live broadcast, man. This is the first time I've ever had to do anything like this. So we're getting everything set up, you guys. We're ready. We're ready. We're pretty. Yeah, this is definitely an upgrade from the Yeti. I'm a huge Yeti fan, by the way. I love the Yeti mic. I think it's great. Go full mode. This is a cool piece of tech, man. I love this. This is amazing. Actually, I want to see how it sounds right now on the show, so I'm actually going to pull it up. We'll see how it's doing. But yeah, this is crazy. I want to see what it looks like when I get far away from the mic. So if I get far away, you can still kind of hear me, but yeah, this is great, man. Holy crap. Let's edit filters real quick. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This is amazing, man. Now the audio quality seems really good. It seems a lot. I mean, like by the looks of it, it seems really good. So, what do you guys think of the audio quality overall? Is it better? Is it worse? How do you guys feel about it? Testing 1 2. I'm going from side to side. All right, now we're gonna react to some stuff. It seems a lot. I mean, like by the looks of it, it seems really good. So, what do you guys think of the audio quality overall? Is it better? Is it worse? How do you guys feel about it? Testing 1 2. I'm going from side to. The audio quality sounds excellent, actually. I was listening to it. I actually like the way it sounds. It doesn't sound like it's clipping by any means, which is a good thing. Testing 1 2. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's clipping at all. This is way better than the Yeti microphone. I love the Yeti mic, but this is by far an upgrade. I mean, this is an upgrade that the show has needed for a while. So I figured, 10,000 subs means let's upgrade the mic, dude. Let's get the quality. Let's actually get the sound quality up to par, to where this show needs to be overall. Yeah. No, this is amazing though. No, this is really cool. Okay, I think it's working now. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Heck yeah. All right, testing, testing, testing. Let's see what it sounds like. Let's see what it's doing. Testing 1, testing 2. Oh, wow, you could even record stuff with this. This is really nice. So input 1, input 2. Mode of virtual mix. Oh, cool. So I could actually, instead of going... Oh, hold on. Give me a second, you guys. Hold on. You guys are my Gooner Brony bros, dude. Okay, testing again, testing again. Actually, I am curious about one thing and one thing alone. Does my... hold on. I want to make sure that my lips are matching. Hold on. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Does my... hold on. I want to make sure that my lips are matching. Hold on. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Does my... hold on. Maybe. I want to make sure that my lips are matching. Okay, it seems like everything's working out the way it should. For the most part. Oh, here we go. Testing, testing, 1 2 3. Testing. Does that sound a little bit better, you guys? Testing, testing, 1 2 3. Testing, testing, 1 2 3. 1 2 3 4. Blah 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 blah. Hold on, let me get out the quick start guide for this. Let's see how I'm ultimately sounding. Cool, cool. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This is a very interesting piece of software, actually. I like this. Really neat. So I'm connected to that. How about audio? Let's go to sound. Headphones. Okay, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Motive. So I'm using the Motive Mix virtual output. So the Motive Mix is the Give me just a second, you guys. So I'm using the mixer. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Nice. I could even switch. Oh wow, I could even switch from the Logitech Brio to the Yeti. Oh, cool. Okay, how do I sound overall, you guys? Do I sound like a pimp or do I sound like a simp? How's it gonna be? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Open sound settings. Volume. Output device. Input device. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me overall. I think this is. Do I want to open the gain? So, how do you guys hear me pretty well? I mean, what do you guys think of the audio? Because the audio is the part that I'm trying to figure out the most, trying to make sure the sound actually doesn't suck. It seems a little low to me. I mean, I'm in the yellow, which is ultimately, I guess, a good thing. But Samuel Westall, what's up, dude? It's good to see you, Brony. But yeah, man, this is pretty cool. It's nice. You know, let's react to it. We'll react to a little bit of Trump Daddy, and we'll go from there, I guess. Let's open up these little things. Ultimately, let's open it. I guess I could up the channel gain a little bit to 6. Testing 1 2 3. Ooh. That might be a little bit too much of a gain. Hold on. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Can you guys hear me pretty well? Is the gain a little too high, or I just upped the gain on here, so if it's a little too high, please let me know. Testing on the gain. Testing. Am I insane? Testing one more time. Testing. Is this a crime? Yeah, if it sounds a little too loud or anything, please let me know. If it feels like it's clipping, it looks like it's not clipping or anything. That's a good sign. I did up the channel gain a little bit on the microphone. How do you guys feel about the sound right now? Because I upped the gain on the virtual mixer. So it might be a little louder than usual. Let me see how loud it sounds on the. I'm gonna see how loud it sounds ultimately on the on here. I did up the channel gain a little bit on the microphone. How do you guys feel about the sound right now? Because I upped the gain on the virtual mixer. So it might be a little louder than usual. Let me see how loud it sounds on the. I'm gonna see how loud it sounds ultimately on the. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I did up the channel gain. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. We'll see how it does. I mean, it looks like it's not clipping or anything, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna actually filter this out to 2. There we go. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. So Samuel Westall is saying I have the voice for a cereal commercial. I do. Kellogg's, if you want the best treat for your meat, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. If you're a gooner, I will see you sooner. But yeah, I think a little bit of gain on the microphone is probably a good thing. I want to make sure my audience can hear me. So we'll see what's up. We'll react to a little bit of Trump Daddy for a bit, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys for putting up with the setup process of this. Make sure that you guys double tap the screen to like the stream. It does help the channel. And if we find that it's too loud, just let me know, man. If you guys feel like this is a little too loud, let me know. Better a little loud than too. It doesn't sound like it's clipping. Does it sound like it's clipping at all? The most important thing is, does it feel like it's clipping? Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Check it out. I got my new little windscreen things. Hell yeah. No, this is pretty exciting though, man. I'm pretty pumped ultimately, and I think this is going to be a good thing for the channel going forward. And yeah, man, this is great. I'm going to put in my headphones real quick so we can. So we're gonna test a reaction video real quick. Where's the plugin? There it is. What is this? All right. No, it does sound pretty good though. Okay, because the gain. I want to get more specific with the gain though. I don't want the gain to be all the way up to 6. Oh, there we go. I can hear myself pretty well actually. This is crazy. I was actually hoping to hear the speakers, but we'll. That's loud. Let me see here. Monitor. Okay. Well, I mean, it's pretty loud in these headphones already, so I want to see if I could lower this down, at least lower the natural volume. I guess this is the only way to do it. Okay. As far as I know. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. This is all very new to me using some of this mixer technology. Monitor. I guess we'll use the headphones. HD audio driver. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. It does feel like I'm getting into some interesting territory. I wish it would let me, because it's only letting me go from 0 to 6 on the gain meter. Where's the sound settings? I want to be able to lower that as I see fit. It's a little frustrating because I want to actually be able to lower this down. I want to put it to like 3 decibels as the gain, not anything else. So it seems like it's kind of forcing my hand to either go to 0, which I could do. I could pull that off, but like I want this to be loud, but I don't want it to be like obscenely loud. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like over the edge loud or anything like that. I just want it to be I don't want it to clip because it looks like it's getting close to the edge of clipping. But I mean, hold on. Let me see if there is a way for me to make minute adjustments on this. There's got to be. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there is no way to do it. I have no idea.
Annie01200 says, okay, my dad is watching bronies behave.
My pink brony bros. I could at least hear the text to speech. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I mean, there's a lot of people viewing right now, which is good. So let's react to a little bit of Donald Trump. So you guys, we're going to be doing our first reaction video with the new Shure mic. This is going to be our test run. So, like I said, if anything sounds like shit during the broadcast, I want to apologize. Let's go.
Naval blockade, Strait of Hormuz hitting day 2 now.
Wild,
and President
dude.
Trump said
Wild.
Iran is already blinking. So will the regime come back to the negotiating table? It's been reported, but not confirmed. So we'll stand by on all that. Good morning, everybody. A lot's happening. I'm Bill Hemmer.
Good morning. I'm Dana Perino, and this is America's Newsroom. You have some news?
A little bit. Just got off the phone with a senior official with the administration.
My man's a bigwig right there, dude. He got off the phone with the senior official.
Quote, a lot is happening
what a stud,
today
dude.
and tomorrow. We have all the ingredients for a deal, but it's not all there yet. Which goes
not
a
there.
little bit along the lines of what.
Will it be there, though? Will the deal come to fruition? I mean, that's the ultimate question here. Will the deal come to fruition? Give me just a moment, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let's keep going, man. So we're going to pull this up here real
J.D.
fast.
Vance was saying last night with Brett, the blockade
I'd rather have Vance in my pants than walls in my balls, dude.
with regard to Iran.
Let's go.
Has Iran, quote, really fearful, which chokes off their economy. So watch that now with the U.S. Navy trying to interdict any ships passing in the Strait of Hormuz, Gulf of Oman, up into the Persian Gulf. So
all right.
It's a little bit of something.
A little bit more. Okay, and we'll get you to this. The president turning up the heat after peace talks
The
with Iran
heat
ended
is
without
on.
a deal over the weekend. So he's promising to put more
The
pressure where it
heat
really
is
hurts, and that's on
on.
their economy. We're tracking the U.S. blockade and control over the strategic waterway. This is a live look of ship movement there. More than 15 U.S. warships
This is
are
crazy,
now
man.
reportedly
Crazy,
enforcing
crazy,
those
crazy.
maritime restrictions that apply to all vessel traffic, regardless of the flag.
Also, Dana, after returning home from talks in Pakistan, the Vice President, J.D. Vance, laying out the state of...
Wait, Annie, you said your dad's watching this? Hold on.
Annie01200 says. LMAOTLG, his name is Steve. He is watching from the TV on the YouTube app.
Well, that's awesome. Well, that's my favorite movie. So wait, wait, hold on, Annie. So is your dad watching the Michael Gaza show from the TV? I mean, that's an honor, by the way. That's a freaking honor. I just want to say that right now. So to Annie's dad, thank you for watching the show. We appreciate you, Annie. Annie enjoys watching the show. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this show's kind of a crazy show. So to Annie's dad, thank you for if you actually are watching this show, man. He wants to be a pink brony bro. You're a pink brony bro. And you dance. Oh, let's see how the Pink Brony Bro song. Let's see how the Pink Brony Club song sounds on the new microphone. You guys ready? I heard you want me to be gay, but I can't ignore my sleazy visions of me in Coos Bay. And I heard that there's a messed up place where all these brony bros try to cream pie in my face. I'm having wicked dreams of creaming in Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, you've been so crappy to me. Won't make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her brony boy. I know she's gonna scream, God, what have you done? You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on crapping at the Pink Brony Club, Pink Brony Club. I'm up and my balls are on the floor. Everybody's looking at me, they're calling me a whore. Hold on, I'm trying to remember the lyrics on. Balls are on the floor. Everybody's looking at me, calling me a whore. What was the rest of it? Hold on. Let's see. They're lining up at the bathroom stall. I think that's part of the song. Let's see. Trying to fit into my heterosexual overalls. I don't know. Look, I'm blanking out, you guys. I'm blanking the fuck out, dude. Anyway, so I gave you guys the Pink Brony Bro song. Yeah. Good Lord, man. So do you guys? I hope you guys do like the new microphone, though. I really wanted an audio upgrade badly, like so badly. I was like, we're at 10K subscribers. I was like, I don't really buy myself a lot of shit. Like, I'll buy myself new shoes when I need them. I'll pay a pretty penny on a good pair of shoes. But like other than that, like, I buy shirts for myself and stuff. Not often, but every like 3 or 4 years, maybe 5. But yeah, I thought this would be kind of a cool thing for the show, and I really enjoy doing this show quite a bit. I mean, this is a show that I've been, somebody call a producer. I'm having wicked dreams of creaming in Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, You've been so shitty to me. To make my mama proud. Okay, anyway, sorry. I got to stop singing the Pink Brony Bro song.
Of play as it is right now.
I think the Iranians are going to determine what happens next, as the President of the United States says, we have the cards. We have the military advantage. We now have additional economic pressure that we're applying on them through the blockade that we...
I still think Iran's pretty cooked in this instance. I really do. Like, I don't have a lot of faith in Iran's ability to keep this up, man. I just don't think that they're going to be on the right path. And we all know that Iran's cooked. I mean, come on.
We've imposed on their oil coming out of the Straits of Hormuz. So we have a lot of cards. We have the leverage, and we're going to see what the Iranians do with that.
I'm excited, man. Look, in JD Vance we trust, dude. In JD Vance we trust. I'm a huge JD Vance fan, obviously. You guys know that. I'd rather have Vance in my pants than walls on my balls. You know, that was my catchphrase during the what do you call those parades that they do, that the woke people do, the No Kings protests? When I went down there and I started, pretending to be woke and telling everybody that was woker than them, I always say that, I'd rather have Vance in my pants than walls on my balls. I'm being honest with you guys in every single way, shape, and form. I would rather have Vance in my pants than walls on my balls. It's just all there is to it.
Osni, live at the White House with more to kick us off. Hi, Aisha.
Hey, good morning to you guys. So President Trump says
I'm out of my fucking mind, dude. I am out of my GD mind.
Iran wants to make a deal very badly and adding...
Whoa. General Jack Keane says we will pound them. I don't know why, but I just got kind of bricked up.
To your reporting here, Bill.
Several
General reports
Keane,
out
dude.
Today that
General
we could see
Keane.
a second round of talks negotiations as early as later this week. In fact, last night...
Whoa. You're saying that JD's a curse? Hold
Mike
on.
Walker F3C says. Really, I think you're wrong. JD is a curse.
Dude, JD Vance, I would rather have, like I always say to you guys, I would rather have Vance in my pants than walls on my balls. What is wrong with that? JD Vance is a great vice president. Honestly, could you imagine if we had Kamala Harris and Tim Walz? Could you imagine that? I don't want to imagine it. It scares the shit out of me thinking about it. But Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, really, really think about that for just a second, you guys. Do you really want that? Would you? Could you tell me with a straight face that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz would have been a better administration than Donald Trump and JD Vance? You can't tell me that with a damn straight face. I know that you can't, and I know that you're disingenuous and lying. I know that you guys are lying to me if you say that. Come on, bronies. Come on. But I think you guys know that I'm right. Hold on. Actually, I realized I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to put the decibel levels to 0 because I want a little more control over the decibel levels. And I'm going to go to filters. Thank you, Patricia Roman, for the 2 joules. I appreciate you. I'm going to add a gain to this. Put the gain first. And actually, we're going to just up the gain in OBS instead of having to up the gain in the mixer because it only lets me go from 0 to 6, and that's stupid as hell. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Test. Gain. Let's go to gain. We'll put it at 3 decibels. We'll see what happens at the gain at 3 decibels. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Maybe we'll put it to 4. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Blah blah blah. You know what? I'd rather just do the gain from the mixer. Screw it. The mixer, I don't want to do too much digital processing to this, so we're just going to get rid of gain altogether on the OBS filter. Give me a second here. Let's just go back to 6 decibels, man. I'm having wicked dreams of creaming in Tennessee. Los Santa Monica. Thank you, Patricia Roman, though. I really do appreciate the jewels. It does help the channel grow. So anything you guys, send me, I'd really do appreciate it. I'm very much a big fan of everybody being so nice on this channel. You guys have been honestly more helpful than you could ever imagine. yeah, I love the fact that I got a really strong audience, and you guys want to come here to listen and have fun and have a good time. And I just, like I said, I appreciate it with pure sincerity, man. I appreciate it with pure sincerity. I'm still a little bit pissed though that I can't. Hold on, maybe there is a trick to this. Let me. Maybe I just need to go into the settings, I guess. Motive sound mixer. I'm going to use ChatGPT real quick. Hold on. I have a pretty important question, ChatGPT, that I need answered. Okay. Period. I am using the MOTIV mixer for the Shure MV7 Plus. Give me 1 second, you guys. So I'm trying to figure out how to fine tune the decibel levels on here. I'm hoping that it gives me some. It doesn't feel like it's giving me the control that I naturally want here. So, I want to try to configure it a little bit further. I guess we'll go to sound settings. Whatever. System volume is there. Sound system sounds. Blah blah blah. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. I mean, a lot of settings look fine. Output device, input device, blah, blah, blah. Fuck. Interesting. Okay, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. I mean, it doesn't look like it's like going into clipping mode per se, which is nice. It's getting up there though. It's getting close. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's nice to have a higher decibel level, but at the same time, I'm not trying to overdo it, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, cool. So, hold on. Open Motive Mix, select your MV7. Okay. Turn auto level off. Where's auto level? Configure. Okay, turn auto level off. Maybe. Uh-oh. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, and then what else would you go to? Gain control. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I'm trying to figure something out real quick. So we're using auto level. That's good. But I still want to try to reduce this. Ugh. Hold on, you guys. I want to try to figure something out. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, blah blah blah. So the natural gain is pretty good. Hold on. So we're gonna testing. So we got it back to auto levels. That's good. Gain is at auto. Real-time denoiser. Popper stopper. Okay, high pass filter, reverb. We don't need any reverb. It's cool that reverb is a setting on here, though. That's really neat. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Blah 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 blah. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Blah 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 blah. How does it sound manually? Okay, manual doesn't sound too bad. It's doing an auto leveler though. Like it's doing like auto levels for this shit. So, testing 1, 2, 3. God, what have you done? You're a pink brony bro. Okay, I was like at 15, something like that. I don't know. I could just lower it until it looks like the tone that I want it to be, but then we go to auto leveler. Auto leveler seems pretty dope. It adapts to your voice to keep volume levels consistent. Sounds best when you are between 2 inches and 2 feet away from the mic. That's not bad. That's kind of cool. Okay, I mean, that is really neat. The auto leveler is pretty cool. That is a neat little feature that this thing has. LEDs live, yeah, high pass filter. Applies a filter to reduce HVAC, a similar noise. That's kind of cool. So it actually helps reduce background noise. I might just use the feature though. And I kind of like the natural noises around me. I think it makes the show feel real, like we're actually in a bar or something. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being so patient with me while we're troubleshooting a lot of audio issues and stuff. We just got this mic, by the way. So this is like a brand new addition to the show. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the sound of the show. I'm keeping the sound a little bit higher than normal, only because I don't want to be too quiet. I want you guys to be able to hear the show. Testing 1, 2, 3. I feel like I'm 6 decibels, and yeah, let's see. We got the auto level. That's good. So monitor mix, auto level. Yeah, okay, cool. It actually seems to be working. So we'll let the auto leveler do its thing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Auto leveler. I wanted to actually test one more setting in the auto leveler, though. I was actually kind of curious about it real quick. Hold on. I know you guys can't see any of this, but it is kind of cool. So we got auto level back. Hold on. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, OMG. Testing. For you and me, we'll go 15. It was at 15 decibels initially. Actually, you know what? Let's put it to 14 decibels. Let's do that. Okay, cool. So I think this will actually keep audio levels fairly tight. It's kind of cool, though. This has a if you tap the button, like you can mute it by simply just tapping the side of the microphone, which is kind of a dope capability. Oh, hold on. Actually, I realized something. I might have to do something real quick. Give me 1 second, you guys. Hold on. Okay, but anyway, I'm really happy about this new microphone, though, man. It's definitely an improvement in many, many ways. To be honest, this is something the show has probably needed for a long time. Surely a long time coming. That's definitely, yeah, I would say that this new microphone was a long time coming. We needed something to kind of get the show on its feet a little bit, you know. I mean, look, we're already at 10K subscribers, but we're probably going to get a lot more because the audio sounds a lot better. This is a talking show primarily, so since this is a talking show overall, I think it's good to have a solid microphone, you know what I mean? So having a solid microphone that really does the trick and gets people going, man, I love it. I love it. This is exactly what we're looking for on the show. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yep. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go up a little bit here. Hold on. Auto leveler 15. Yeah, we went back up a little bit. But yeah, I like kind of sitting in the red. You know, with a microphone like this, you can kind of sit in the red because it won't necessarily clip. But it gets a little up there. But thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe to this show. I really appreciate it. We're back and we're ready to attack, man. Let's keep going. Let's go.
Vice President J.D. Vance sat down with our Brett Baer and told him that he actually thinks they were not able to cut a deal with Iran in Pakistan over the weekend because the Iranian negotiators had to go back to Tehran and get approval for the terms set by the U.S. So basically, they couldn't say yes on the spot in Pakistan. So now we wait.
And really, the ball is very much in their court. So you ask what happens next? I think the Iranians are going to determine what happens next as the President of the United States says, we have the cards. We have the military advantage.
Absolutely.
We now have additional economic pressure that we're applying on them through the blockade that we've imposed on their oil coming out of the Straits of Hormuz.
So let's talk about the U.S. blockade on Iranian ports. The BBC this morning is reporting that 4 Iranian-linked ships crossed the strait today, 2 of them visiting Iranian ports. We do not have that independently confirmed. We have reached out to the Pentagon to find out if that is true. But again, that's coming from the BBC today. China is calling Trump's blockade,
the BBC,
quote,
man.
dangerous. The president actually meets with his ambassador to China later on today. He is warning Beijing that he will hit them with a staggering 50%
Thank you, Annie, for sharing the stream.
if
Appreciate you.
China is caught spending
Annie's the pink
sending
brony bro,
Iran
man.
military aid. We are also tracking major ceasefire talks today between the Israeli and Lebanon ambassadors. It's hosted by the Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
Yeah. Dude, Rubio's a stud, dude. He knows what he's doing.
These are the highest level talks between these two nations in some.
Like straight up though, Marco Rubio is a top G. He really is amazing though. If you guys don't like Marco Rubio, man, I feel sorry for you, bro.
3 decades. So all eyes on those talks happening today as well. But as you said, Bill, a lot happening, a lot moving this week.
Aisha Husney at the White House for us. Thank you.
All right, so Dana will go to the map, let you know what we believe the state of play is right now. Strait of Hormuz, okay? Keep in mind, this is the Emirates, UAE. This is Oman, and this is Iran across the Strait of Hormuz. Now, on this map here, what you see, all these red dots, there are anywhere between 16 and 32 ports that the Iranians operate, either here in the Persian Gulf or out here in the Gulf of Oman. And these would be some
hells to the
man. The ports that the U.S. Navy would try and interdict in this blockade, all right? Trying to force Iran's hand. We showed you this yesterday. I want to go back to it yet again, okay? In the yellow marker here, I can show you what the Iranians want to happen and what the normal trade has been. This is the normal shipping route, right? It goes over the tip of Oman here, United Arab Emirates here, Iran is over here, and this is what the Iranians
don't get too close to Iran, man.
Island here,
stay away from Iran.
It's called Larak, L-A-R-A-K.
Larak.
That's what the Iranians would like to see happen. However, what we're seeing right now with this bottleneck here in the Strait of Hormuz,
dude, all the ships that are passing through, I bet you Iran's like, hey, give us $2 million for a toll. I'm pretty sure the ship captains are like, fuck you, dude. I hope they say fuck you to Iran. I would give a huge F you to Iran. Straight up, man. Iran's government sucks, dude. I cannot stand Iran's government for the life of me. They're the freaking worst, dude. They are the freaking worst. Iran's government can just go straight to you know what. Because we don't care about Iran. Why should we? Iran is a crappy country. Enough said. That's all you need to know. It's ran poorly by by the asshole Ayatollah, dude. And look, I don't trust Iran's government at all. I think we should keep all the oil. I think we should tell Iran to go just go away.
There is a
You know what I mean?
handful of ships going through. What we're trying to show you here are 4 Chinese-linked vessels. Some carry oil, some do not, all right? 4 different ones here. Once the blockade was set up, they were en route, all right, to the island of Larak and then turned around. Same for these 2 over here, but there was...
They're like, let's get the fuck out of here. They're like, Iran sucks.
One report from overnight, Lauren Simonetti from Fox Business had it. This is the Rich Starry track, okay? You see
shit.
it in yellow. It came through
That's
here,
hot.
it paused, and then overnight it did traverse the Strait of Hormuz. So that's one, okay, as that blockade continues. So here's the marine traffic we've been looking at. You see all the red dots, all the green dots? On the screen behind me, again, this is Oman. Here's UAE. This is Iran up here, and that's that island I've been referring to up there at the top of your screen. Everything in red you see, that is an ocean-carrying vessel that has...
Hey, I want to thank Patricia Roman for sending a high five for 100 joules earlier. I really appreciate it. Aloha Kitty. Thank you for sending the ASMR day for 340 joules. I didn't notice that until now. My bad. Thank you guys for sending all the gifts and the super chats. The super chats and gifts help fund the channel. So anytime we get gifts or super chats, I want to let you know we are increasingly grateful. So I really do appreciate it more than you realize. Straight up. And I'll try to give them, I will try to shout them out, and I will try to read them first. So once again, big shout out to you guys for sending those. Once again, thank you to at Aloha Kitty 510 for sending the ASMR day for 350 joules. Thank you, Patricia Roman, for sending a 100 for 2 joules. I greatly appreciate it. And to you at Patricia Roman again, thank you for sending the high five for 100 joules. It really does help the channel grow. Let's keep it going, bro.
As either oil or oil products. Everything in green is cargo. But you see the log jam here off the coast of UAE and also here off the coast of Oman? They've been sitting there now for several weeks. Now, if the U.S. Navy were to interdict a ship at sea, this is basically what happens. These are the rules of the sea now. You issue the warning.
Hell yeah.
The ship is boarded. The papers are checked. If they pass,
Yep.
they're okay. If they don't, we might have issues. The ship then could be boarded and searched, and finally it's detained, it's rerouted, or eventually it is released. Those are the laws of the sea right now for the U.S. Navy. Retired U.S. Navy Commander Kirk Lippel with me now, former commander of the USS Cole. And sir, it's great to have you on today.
Hell yeah, what a stud, dude.
Good morning, Bill. What do we need to understand?
What a stud.
I think the big picture, Bill, that you need to look at is the Navy putting in a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz and Iran.
Dude, the Navy putting up this blockade just changed the game for everybody. Just changed the game. Give me one moment. Give me just a second. Okay. Let's keep going, man.
Ports. It's a very complicated operation. It takes a lot of ships to do it. There's a lot of territory to cover.
Yep.
And we have the forces that if you do decide, as you mentioned with those law of the sea points, is that they're going to have to stop these vessels, check these vessels, and you're going to have a team go on that is literally prepared for anything that may occur, because we cannot trust any of these vessels, especially those that are Iranian.
Can I ask you about all those ships that have been out there for weeks? Like, maybe it's a dumb question, but how do they have supplies in order to handle all of that?
Well, Dana, great question, because a lot of them have a limited number of supplies. And now a lot of the seafarers are very concerned about the fact that they need to be sustained out there. The ship owners are worried, how are we going to get supplies? How are we going to get food? How are we going to get routine maintenance parts done to all those ships as they sit and wait, both in the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman? So there, I think the Navy is sensitive to that. They're working with our partners in the region, with those countries, Saudi Arabia, Oman, UAE, to make sure that these vessels can, in fact, get some of the support that they need, that those mariners can be taken care of from all these different countries around the world. But at the end of the day, we, the U.S. Navy, have to hold Iran accountable for what they have done. Bring them back to the negotiating table. Keep the pressure on with them.
Give me one moment, actually. So we're going to get back to this, but I do think that the blockade needs to remain in the Strait of Hormuz. I'm agreeing with this guy completely. Keep the blockade intact. Make it to where if any Iranian vessels, any Iranian oil tankers want to get through, say no. Say hell no. And then let everybody else through. Let everybody else through except for the Iranian oil tankers. We're gonna make them pay. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Hell yeah, bro. Okay, interesting. So I'm getting some interesting messages on here. Let's see. We're going to take out auto level, and we're going to put this to... So we're actually going to set the gain for this. We're actually going to set the gain to 0 for the main mixer, but we're going to go in here, and we're going to up the decibel levels a little higher. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. We're going to get it to maybe 18 decibels. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Blah blah blah. Testing again. Testing again. Can you guys can hear me ultimately though? Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me on the microphone. Testing, testing, testing. Maybe we'll put it up to 20. Yeah, that's a little better. I think 20 is the sweet spot. It feels like 20 is absolutely the sweet spot for this. Put the gain up a little bit. Okay, 20 decibels for manual gain. Cool. All right. I think this will make it a little more fun, a little more dynamic. We put on the main mixer, we got it down to 0 decibels. That's good. 0 decibel gain, I should say. Testing, testing, testing. 1 2 3. Might want to lower down maybe to 19 decibels. I think 19 decibels is going to be the sweet spot on there. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think 19. Yeah, here we go. It does. I muted the mic by accident. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's clipping or anything. At least it doesn't look like it's clipping. And I like staying in the red, but I don't like staying too far in the red. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure that the audio is good, but I like to make sure it's loud for the audience. Yeah, so we're going to always try to figure out what the best decibel levels are for the channel so far. We're getting pretty good, though. We're getting pretty good.
Because this is going to cost the
Testing,
Iranian regime $13
1,
billion
2,
a month in order
3.
to make sure that we can keep
yeah.
that blockade up. They do not get the economic support they need. Their economy was already staggering when it began. So while there is an impact on all these ships that are waiting, and by the way, is not a dumb question, it was a good question, they have to be supported, and the United States is working back channel to make sure that happens.
So you would agree with what I just quoted a few moments ago when this official said this blockade, Iran is really fearful because it chokes off their economy. I was talking with Brian a short time ago. This is a game of chess. And each...
Okay, hold on. testing 1 2 3 testing 1 2 3 Okay, that's perfect. All right. So I think we were able to figure out a lot of the audio levels on here, which is nice. So I do want to thank everybody for being so supportive of the channel. And this is amazing, man. We've been getting a lot of gifts and super chats and stuff like that. So let's keep
player
going.
is making a move. I think sometimes on a 24-hour basis, it's check, it's check, it's check, and that's what we're seeing play out. Do you see it that way, sir?
Absolutely, Bill. As a matter of fact, I think that the United States is even thinking further beyond that. It's not only the immediate pressing it now, it's also what happens if the Iranians do come to the negotiating table. They agree to the 4 key points: that no nuclear program or centrifuges, no support for the proxies, opening up the Strait of Hormuz, and continuing to support the main points that Trump laid out. I think when you look at all of those, we're looking ahead to figure out how are we actually going to execute those and make them happen. So it's chess, but it's also a long-range game as well, because at the end of the day, the Iranian regime needs to be brought to its knees and realize that it cannot be trusted. This is no longer about trust and verify. This is about they have lied, they have obfuscated, and they have murdered for 47 years. It is their actions that are going to count when they come to the negotiating table.
It's also a game of risk, and President Trump yesterday...
Oh, thank you very much. I see that we got a, it looks like we got a gift. Hey, thank you so much to not Nert Satag 617. Thank you for sending me a Turn It Up. That's awesome. Is it like it's a cat doing a DJ thing? Dude, that's pimp. What the heck, dude? That's awesome. How cool is that, man? Holy crap. That's amazing. That's but let's give my boy not Nert Satag _ 617 all the praise in the world for setting a Turn It Up for 800 joules. That really helps the channel in a lot of ways. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Anybody who wants to send a gift, man, I will give it praise. I will give it love, but not Nert Satag _ 617. I want to thank you for that. Really do appreciate it, bro. Oh, okay, so you want me to turn the sensitivity up. So this is one of those microphones where I might need to actually just turn the gain up overall. Give me a moment, though. Give me a moment. Let's get it back to 20. I think if we get it back to 20, that might be better. Does it still sound a little bit better? I'm trying to keep it higher, but at the same time, I'm not trying to go overboard with it. So yeah, I think getting it up to 20, I think is probably good.
Laugh out loud.
Does that sound a little bit better? Not Nert Satag, does that sound a little bit better? I hope it does. Anyway, let's keep going, man. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's keep it up, man. Now, this microphone was definitely a good investment overall, and something that was needed, something we needed to be done on the show. I've been looking for a way to make the show sound a little bit better, and I think this was the way to do it, man. What's this thing called again? It's yeah, I think a plus 20 decibel on manual should be good. Give me a second. Yeah, I think I might have found the sweet spot. It keeps us in the red, and that's kind of where we want to be when we're doing live streams, is in the red, but not too far up in the red. I try not to overdo it, but I do think that being in the red can be the sweet spot. Have I thought about getting a wireless mic? I don't like wireless things for the most part. I'm not really a wireless kind of guy. I prefer to have everything plugged in directly through a wire. Even my, I don't mind using Wi-Fi, for example, but when I'm doing the show, I have it plugged into the router through an Ethernet cable. I have no intention on getting a wireless mic. I may get one in the future, depending on how much the show ends up making in the future. But yeah, for the time being, I'm not really interested in getting a wireless mic. Like I said, I could always change my mind in the future. There is that possibility, but yeah. I hope that's a good enough answer. But yeah, it's just kind of how I do it. But thank you for the let me do a little text to speech for
Not
you.
Nerds Attack 617 says, have you thought about getting a wireless mic?
I do look beautiful though. But yeah, I've considered it. Like I said, I've considered getting a wireless mic. It's something to think about for sure. But yeah, I'm just having a little too much fun right now. They have better pickup. Yeah, I mean, look, I like wireless mics. They're cool, but at the same time, like I said, I don't really have as much of an interest in getting a wireless mic as people would want me to have. But I appreciate the input, though, man. I'm really a wired kind of guy. I have a wireless game controller, but that's about the extent of it. I look at my mouse and my keyboard aren't even wireless, they're completely wired. I just don't like the fact that I have to either charge anything or replace the batteries in the future. It's just a lot easier to be able to just plug it in and to be able to use it for whatever means I intend on using it for. So that's the way I look at it, at least, in a lot of ways.
Yesterday talked about other countries possibly helping.
Absolutely.
Is it your anticipation, Mr. President,
Uh-oh.
that other countries will assist in this? Want to happen? These red noise now could be.
We cannot those ships supporting absolutely bills. Matter of fact, happen. So it's needed
In this effort to blockade Iran and those.
Yeah, other countries are going to also.
Which countries, sir?
We don't need other countries, frankly, but they've offered the services. We'll let it be known probably tomorrow.
So those are the countries that are helping, but I'm curious your thoughts about China.
Dude, Donald Trump is a total G, by the way. He's just like, yeah, we don't really need other countries to help us out on this one. I mean, we already pretty much got it covered, but if they do, they can help. But, Donald is just basically like, you know what? You guys weren't there for us. Why should we even give two craps at this point? Why should we even give one iota? What you think? What up, Lou? How you doing, Mr. Lou Sanity?
Lou06Y4I said hi.
What's up, Lou? Lou, you are so beautiful, Lou. Give me some Lou. But no, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're welcome to the Michael Garza Show. We are live. We are reacting to some clips. I'm really happy that we got the new microphone in. Really
particular, and how they might be weighing
We're doing
in
it. We're
behind
doing
the
it.
scenes with the Iranians.
Killing it.
I think there's two things, Dana, that we need to be very careful with China. Number one, they have supported them militarily. The biggest threat that probably remains as well, and it's been brought up on other shows, is the fact that China has
Hey, Lou, thank you for the 100 for 2 joules, man. I appreciate
an
it.
incredible cyber warfare capability. So does Iran. The fact that they may be sharing some of that is also...
That TTS voice is cringe. I want to play that, though, in the TTS voice. Hold on.
Not Nerdsattack 617 says.
Sorry,
that
buddy.
TTS voice is cringe.
My bad. It is pretty cringe, though. I'll admit that. Anything that is text-to-speech related tends to have a very weird sound to it, so I totally get where you're coming from, man. Absolutely get it, man.
going to be due cause. You also have to remember when it comes to how the Strait of Hormuz is being treated as an international waterway and freedom of navigation, the same is happening with China in the South China Sea. Where Iran surrounded the Middle East with proxy groups, China has, in violation of international law, has militarized 9 and about to be 10 with Antelope Reef, 10 islands in the South China Sea.
Damn, dude, damn.
That have the same capability to cut off maritime traffic throughout that entire region. China is watching what the United States and the world is doing there.
4 weeks from a summit. Last point here. I don't know if you saw Jerry Baker in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. He had a blistering editorial where he essentially made the case that this administration is ad-libbing this war. Do you agree with that, or do you see more of an imagination?
No, I don't think they're ad-libbing the war. I think what's happening is, look, President Trump and the military have a real plan. Here's the thing that the press is so narcissistic. Here's the problem that I have with the press. They're so narcissistic that they think that anytime Trump has a plan, that they as the press should know about the plan. No, they shouldn't. The press should have no access to the plans at all. In fact, the press does not deserve that access. You want to know why? Any guesses as to why? Because the plans have to be secret. Once you let the press know, everybody knows. Iran knows the plan. You don't want to give away the playbook. You don't give away the playbook to the other team. So these reporters, I think, have a little bit of a level of narcissism. They think that every single piece of information that Trump has should be theirs, or if he doesn't give them the plans, they're just going to say that Trump doesn't have a plan. Of course Donald Trump has a plan. He's not going to tell you what the plan is because he knows that you're going to tell the world what the plan is. And when the world knows what the plan is, then Iran knows what the plan is. Duh. Holy crap, it's that simple. It's just like the game of football. You don't let your opponent know what you're going to do next. You don't let the opponent know what your playbook is. When I'm playing chess, I am not telling my opponent what my game plan is to beat them. I have a plan on how I intend to beat them, but I'm not going to let my opponent know what that plan is, because if my opponent knows what the plan is, he can anticipate it. However, you could let them know what the plan is, but give them a fake plan. For example, Donald Trump could easily give reporters fake information, and when the reporters have that fake information, they could put it out on the airwaves. And then when that fake information's out on the airwaves, Iran can gain access to that fake info. And what happens there is it's a diversion. Sometimes I think lying to the press could be a good tactic in itself. Yeah, we do have one of the largest navies in the world, though. Absolutely. 100%. But yeah. Small Wiener Gang. Hey, thank you, Shane Colkin, for subscribing to the channel. You guys, we're at 10,020 subscribers. Once again, we're at 10,020 subs. So give a round of applause to Shane Colkin, everybody, for subscribing. Small Wiener Gang. That's the sound of my cheeks clapping, dude. I am so happy that we got a new microphone. We were able to we got the new microphone delivered during the stream, and we got it installed during the stream. So this is a bit of the surprise that I wanted to give you guys. I wanted to let you guys know that it's thanks to you that we were able to get this this new microphone and everything underway. And no, you guys are incredible. You guys are the best Best audience on YouTube, if I could say so. You guys are amazing. You guys make this show happen, and I love you all for it, man. You guys make it. You guys make the show fun. You make the show good. So. But yeah, man, I think I want to thank everybody for tapping the subscribe button too. I mean, we got 97 likes on this stream alone, which is amazing, by the way. 97 mother effing likes. If you guys can, double tap the screen to like the stream. And if you guys love the stream so far, if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. If you guys think that JD Vance is a total hunk, subscribe to the channel. But like I said, if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it fresh. I like to keep the mussy fresh, man. I like to keep my mussy fresh.
That's necessary depending on what your enemy, your adversary does.
I would absolutely disagree with it. I think that they have had war plans on the shelf for years, both at Central Command and with Commander of the Fifth Fleet. They are now exercising those. But as in any conflict, I mean, it's like Mike Tyson said, you always have a plan until you get punched in the face. And the reality is we went in, we tried to get the Iranian regime to comply and be able to give up their nuclear program. At the end of the day, they did not do that. And we are adjusting to do this. Adjusting in the middle of a conflict is normal operation.
Yeah, that's how it happens, man. You can't expect every plan to go your way. Sure, the military had a plan, but they also have adjustments for when plans fail. It's just like anything. You have to be adaptable. You can't expect every plan that comes to your mind to go 100% the way that you expected. You have to adapt. You have to maneuver. You can have an outline. It's good to have an outline of what your goal is and what your accomplishments are and how you're going to execute the plan. But you also have to realize that if that execution fails, or maybe you have to change the execution pathways, you got to hit the drawing board again. A lot of the times it's just hitting the drawing board. A lot of the times you just got to hit the drawing board, man, and that's all there is to it. That's usually the extent of it. You just got to get back to the drawing board, get back to what you need to do, and start figuring things out. That's the way I see it, at least. I'm so woke. I'm so woke, not your everyday average, yo. All I need, stop it. I'm so woke, you know. Never believe it's not so. I'm woke, you know. I'm woke. I'm woke for Donald Trump, everybody. Dude, I love Donald Trump, man. I am like, no, seriously, I am one of Donald Trump's biggest fanboys on YouTube, and I'm not ashamed to say that I support our president. I honestly think that he's done more in 1 year. He has done more in 1 year than Joe Biden did. Honestly, Joe Biden did a lot of harm, in my opinion, because he left the border open. You don't leave the border open. He allowed a lot of crap to happen. All right, a lot of crap happened under Biden's watch. And look, Trump is here to fix the Biden America, right? That's why Donald Trump is here. He's here to fix the Biden. He's here to fix Bidenomics. Bidenomics, man. Anyway, look, I love Donald Trump. I can't help it. All right. Some say that I'm Trump-sexual. I tend to agree.
You have to be flexible to be able to support their ongoing operations, but also think strategically about what are the impacts going to be long-term, what are the impacts going to be short-term, and how do we handle the region.
But did they miss the Strait of Hormuz issue from the beginning?
I believe that there was a little bit of an expectation that that would not happen as swiftly as it did, and that Iran would not react the way they did, threaten it, both with mines, fast boats, and others. But nonetheless, we have adapted very quickly and said, fine, if you want to play that game, we will up the ante over you because we have the military capability to shut everything off, grab Iran by the economic throat, and ensure that they do not have an ability to resupply and sustain any of their forces, and additionally make sure that their economy pays a price.
Sir, thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. Thank you for commanding the USS Cole.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you
very much.
You bet.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
That guy's a stud, dude. That commander dude. Well, I think he's a commander. Hold on. Either way, he's a stud. Give me just a few moments, man. Oh, Epic Fury, latest 10,000 U.S. troops, 12 plus warships. Dude, the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, dude, is getting serious, dude. It's getting real, dude. Holy shit, it's getting real. Pinch me, am I dreaming? No. No, but thank you guys. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate the gifts. It really does help the channel grow. Jco TV says, Garza, man, I'm glad you're still going strong, but Trump is a disaster. Look, Trump is not perfect. I get it. But Trump's the man at the end of the day. I honestly think he's the best commander-in-chief we could ever ask for. It's better than Harris. It's better than Harris and Walz. I mean, think about it. The alternative would have been Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I mean, I don't think anybody wants that alternative. I mean, that was a possible alternative, and I'm glad we didn't get it. I'm really thankful that we didn't get it, you know? So, you know, at the end of the day, I think I'm just grateful that we don't have incompetent Harris and incompetent Walz. And I'm definitely glad we don't have Joe Biden. Joe Biden was a terrible president. Enough said. Joe Biden left America, in my opinion, in pieces, in a bad way. So I'm very thankful that we have Trump as our president instead of Kamala Harris.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
And I don't care if that's wrong think. It's my opinion. It's my personal opinion.
At the State Department hosting both the Israeli and Lebanese ambassadors. Now, we'll note,
hold on.
Those two nations who represent us in those countries, remind us that those two nations are holding their first direct talks since 1993.
1993, dude. Oh my God, they're actually having their first talk since 1993. So this is Israel versus Lebanon. The Marco Rubio hosts the talks. That's awesome. Oh, crude oil is down today? Hold on. I got to check the markets real quick. The markets have been going up, up, and up. I think everybody's in some form of euphoria right now. Silver, where's silver at? Well, 71.80 is not bad. Just in case silver decides to crash on me, I am going to buy one more share of SLV. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Robinhood app has been kind of hit or miss lately. I may have to start using Robinhood on the web browser instead. Okay, so let's sell one more piece of silver. But yeah, man, I've been able to profit very heavily swing trading the price volatility of silver. Silver is one of those. I think there might be somebody on the roof. Or a bunch of birds. I don't know. It's torrential winds. Never mind. It's actually just a bunch of wind. That's okay. I will take wind any day of the week. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Without further diversion to Sector 001.
On the need to disarm
Well, we will
Iran's
force your
terror army in
unconditional
Lebanon,
surrender.
Hezbollah. And this development. There are multiple reports that the U.S. and Iranian officials are discussing a second round of peace talks.
Okay.
Stewart 2004 says, you should ask the question, why did Harris open the borders?
So the reason that Kamala Harris opened the borders is because she's an idiot. That's one. Two, she doesn't care about America, in my opinion. That's allegedly, because if you're going to leave the borders open and do nothing about it, that's pretty close sign that you don't give a crap about America. That's my opinion. I mean, the Biden administration was terrible. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that I don't think the Biden administration was terrible for America, man. That's just what I believe. And it's not an unpopular belief, by the way. A lot of Americans agree with me that they felt that the Biden-Harris administration was bad for America. They left the borders open. It was terrible. So if anybody thinks that the Biden-Harris administration was even remotely good, I don't know what to tell you. At a certain point, you got to get out of your delusions. You got to get out of your delusions, man.
Maybe as early as this Thursday. Here is President Trump.
I can tell you that we've been called by the other side. They'd like to make a deal very badly. Very badly.
What was the
Very badly.
point over? You said it was over nuclear.
It was over nuclear, very similar, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what happens, man. I mean, I'm curious to see what the end result ends up being.
Yeah, very good. I guess you're listening. It's over the fact that they will never have a nuclear weapon. Iran, you marking it down? Iran will not have a nuclear weapon.
Exactly. Iran should never have a nuclear weapon. Period. End of story. Iran's government is so crooked and corrupt. They have been the number one state sponsor of terror for so long. They have been, in my opinion, just heinous and awful. And I don't even know why anybody would even remotely want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. If you want Iran to have a nuclear weapon, man, I think there's something a little bit off in your head. You know, I mean, if you're rooting for Iran in this conflict, I really do think there's something off in your head. I don't understand how anybody can support Iran at all. Period. End of story. It makes zero sense to me why anybody would support Iran in this conflict when Iran has been executing its own people for protesting the regime, for enriching uranium, by the way, enriching uranium to near weapons grade, enough for nuclear weapons. That's something interesting. And you know what? If they would have had a nuclear weapon, they would have fired it on their neighbors. They would have fired it on Europe. That's not a good thing. You do realize that that is awful. I mean, Iran has been nothing but awful. Iran has been nothing but terrible the entire time. So for you guys to say that Iran is the good guys in this scenario, and if you guys even think that Iran is remotely winning this, you're out of your mind. You're out of your frickin' mind. That's all I got to say.
And we agreed to a lot of things, but they didn't agree to that. And I think they will agree to it. I'm almost sure of it. In fact, I am sure of it. If they don't agree, there's no deal.
There's no deal, dude.
You saw the president there asking that reporter, you're marking that down, right? Iran will never get a nuclear weapon. Vice President J.
Trump's the fucking goat, dude. Trump is the man. Look, if you guys think that Trump is the man, please subscribe to this channel. If you guys think that Marco Rubio's pretty kick-ass too, and JD Vance, double tap your screen to like the stream if you guys love both of them, man.
JD Vance here with Brett Baer last night.
Amazing.
And I think fundamentally it's a question that would be best put
JD,
to the Iranians,
baby.
because
Dude, I
the
love
ball
JD
really
Vance.
is in their court. We've
No, I really do
clear
think that JD
where
Vance
we're
is the
willing,
man.
Again, to be accommodating, and we've made clear where we absolutely need to see the nuclear material
Without a
come
doubt,
out of
bro.
the country of Iran. We
Without
need
a
to see
doubt.
the Straits of Hormuz fully open. And this is frankly one of the things where the Iranians tried to move the goalposts during the negotiation. We made very clear that that's unacceptable. We came to the negotiations saying the United States, what we've given here is a ceasefire. We've stopped bombing the country. What we expect the Iranians to give up is a full reopening of the Straits of Hormuz.
Take a look at this. This is why the U.S. Navy began its blockade of Iranian ports yesterday. This is a live look at the map we use to track ship traffic in the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay.
Today, 3 oil tankers have reportedly crossed under various flags that have nothing to do with Iran because those ports are blocked off. There was one.
Wait, so China was able to pass through? Hold on.
No self J7C says. China just passed through. Texas Jane X4K says. Trump is the best president in history.
No, Trump is the GOAT, dude.
Nerdsatag
Trump is the GOAT,
617
dude.
says. Thank you, Texas Jane X4K.
Look, Trump, in my opinion, Trump is the greatest president of all time. It's President Trump's number 1. Number 2 is Abe Lincoln. Number 3 is George Washington. Actually, wait a minute. First is Trump. Second is George Washington. Third is Abraham Lincoln. Those are my top 3 presidents right there.
Flying a flag of China, but had taken off from Dubai.
I don't care if
so
you
they
guys
let
think.
that one.
I don't even care if you guys think I'm crazy. I believe that, sort of. I don't know. I'd probably put George Washington Small at wiener number 1. gang. But for now, I'm gonna put Donald Trump at number 1 because you guys are gonna freak out about that, and I love it when you guys freak out a little bit. I love it when you guys twitch. Hey, thank you, Birdman, for subscribing.
Small
to the channel.
wiener gang.
Everybody, give a shout out to the Birdman. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Brony. I hope that's the sound of my cheeks clapping. But let's go, dude.
Central Command just released these brand new numbers on the blockade. Our military parked right there. Get this, more than 10,000 U.S. service members, more than 100 fighter and surveillance aircraft, and more than a dozen warships. Right now, I'm looking at the USS Michael Murphy and the USS Frankie Peterson Jr. in the Persian Gulf. That's an armada. Those warships intercept a vessel, issue a warning, and board it to check it out if necessary, and then it would be detained, rerouted, or released. Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy. Peter.
Peter Doocy, he makes me juicy.
Harris, President Trump has told us that his biggest problem this morning is not just that European countries are not helping the U.S. with the Strait of Hormuz. It is that European countries also are not helping themselves. His latest post says this: Europe is desperate for energy, and yet the United Kingdom refuses to open the North Sea oil, one of the greatest fields in the world. Tragic. Aberdeen should be booming. Norway sells its North Sea oil to the UK at double the price. They're making a fortune. UK, which is better situated on the North Sea for purposes of energy than Norway, should drill, baby, drill.
Okay.
It is absolutely crazy that they don't. And no more windmills. And that is, as this U.S. blockade.
No more windmills, man. Drill, baby, drill. Look, here's the thing. Windmills, I'm kind of torn with windmills just a little bit. And I'll tell you why. I think that windmills can be improved, and I'm sure the technology's improved greatly over the years, I hope. But I would like to see, I don't know. I think windmills could be safer for birds. I do. I think, look, I'm a big fan of green energy. I love solar panels. I love windmills. I love all of it. I still love oil, too. I think there's room in this life to have all those energy sources. And I think that we can lessen our dependency on fossil fuels. Absolutely. I firmly believe that. That's just, what I'm really thinking. Vito the Viper, thank you for the 100 for 2 joules. I really appreciate it. Anybody who wants to send a gift, we always appreciate gifts on this channel, and we're huge fans of Donald Trump on this channel. We're not ashamed to admit it. Like I said, I'm a Trump fanboy. And look, I can't help myself at the end of the day. I like Trump, dude. I think Trump is the man. I think Trump is probably the greatest answer for this country at this point. We're tired of the Bidenomics. We're tired of the Biden era. We don't really want Biden. Obviously, Biden was one of the worst presidents we've ever had, and I'm just very grateful that we have Donald J. Trump as our president. That's all. There's going to be a lot of people mad at me for that take. There's going to be a lot of people angry. But whether you guys like it or not, dude, Trump is the GOAT, dude. Trump is the greatest of all time. And by the way, the markets are reflecting that Trump is the greatest president of all time. So we're probably only going to be streaming for like maybe we'll probably be streaming for another I don't know. How long do you guys think we should keep streaming for? Maybe another 30 minutes or so. I think I only got 30 minutes left in me anyway. I need to brush my teeth real quick. My teeth are feeling grimy. I just want to thank everybody for all the super chats and all the gifts and stuff. You guys are really kind. That was really sweet of you guys. Appreciate it big time, you guys. You guys are incredible. Yeah, dude, here's the thing. Trump's the GOAT, dude. Trump is the greatest president of all time. Why do I have to keep repeating myself?
Blockade continues.
We have a blockade. They're doing no business. I didn't like seeing boats come out if they were doing business with Iran, but if they weren't, no boats came out. So now Iran is doing absolutely no business, and we're going to keep it that way very easily. Don't forget, their Navy is gone.
The middleman between the U.S. and Iran today is Emmanuel Macron. The president of France writes, it is...
Really? Emmanuel Macron. Okay, so Emmanuel Macron, and I'm not a big fan of this guy, but let's see what he's saying. It is equally important that the Strait of Hormuz be reopened unconditionally without restrictions or tolls as soon as possible. Under these conditions, negotiations should be able to resume quickly with the support of the key parties concerned.
Equally important that the Strait of Hormuz be reopened unconditionally without restrictions or tolls.
So basically what he's saying is that Iran, get your filthy paws off of the Strait of Hormuz. You cannot be charging tolls. $2 million tolls per ship is ridiculous. I am really glad that Donald Trump is sending the Navy in. 12 warships, by the way. 10,000 U.S. troops. That's crazy.
As soon as possible. Under these conditions, negotiations should be able to resume quickly with the support of key parties concerned. Until that happens, Democrats here in the United States are hyping higher prices.
It looks like as long as oil prices keep driving up inflation, interest rates are going to remain higher for longer. This is the Iran war tax.
And the Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, said at an event for Semaphore last night that it's going to require a very aggressive timeline for gas prices to come down by the summer, which was the original target.
I'll ask him all about that, Peter. Thank you for that reminder. He'll be on the program with two other members of Trump's team coming up, so watch for that, the Energy Secretary, Chris Wright. In focus now, retired Marine Corps Colonel Mike Jernigan, Heritage Foundation visiting fellow. I'm so glad you're here. When I showed that map of what we have parked around the area of the Strait of Hormuz, what does that tell you about Iran now saying, yeah, we might want to come back to the table?
That's such a good graphic, Harris, because there's about 1,600 ships inside the Strait of Hormuz waiting to get out and about 800 ships waiting to get in. And not all of those are going to or from Iran. What's interesting is, as you noted earlier, we blockade ports. We don't blockade international waterways. So I'm glad to see that some of the ships that have no connection with Iran are making their way out. And so answering your question, it is Iran's getting a taste of their own medicine. Here in the last month, we've heard that they're going to not let anybody through, and they're going to charge bandit fees to let whoever they want pay the money to get through. And now they're getting
that is wild, man. It's freaking wild.
Economically as well.
Well, I just had mentioned we'll have the Energy Secretary, the Interior Secretary, and the EPA Administrator on all together live a little bit later to talk about this and other topics. So I won't get to that, but I did want to ask you about this. You talk about pressure on Iran. 435 million barrels a day is being reported in the Wall Street Journal and others.
Damn, brother, damn.
That they are losing at this point because of all of their ships that are not able to go through. Now, that they do have some ships that are sitting outside of their own ports, but if you can't move your oil, you can't sell your oil.
That's exactly right. And the military application of this is the exact economics that you have highlighted, is the United States is implanting costs on the Iranian that are not at the expense of American lives. And so I am pleased to see as a military man that we're using our economic arm to help Iran make a good decision and give up their nuclear desires.
You know, it's interesting that you say that. I want to ask you, you know, from your military acumen and great service to the country, what did we do right about this situation? Because if Iran really...
Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of things have been done right here by Donald Trump. And, you know, the thing is, you guys can doubt Donald all that you guys want. Look, Trump's the man. I just don't know what else I can say beyond that. Trump is the GOAT. I can't tell one truth about Trump. I'm telling the truth about Trump like crazy. He's the GOAT. He's one of the greatest presidents we've ever had. Are you kidding me? Donald Trump is one of the GOATs. He's one of the best. Dude, Donald Trump's the man, and you know it. People are hating, man. People are hating on the channel, man. Why you guys hating, man? Why you guys gotta hate my boy Donald, dude? Why?
really had the ability to take that straight, maybe they would have, but apparently they didn't.
If you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We just reached 10,000 subscribers. We're currently sitting pretty at 10,028 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 10,028 subs. So if you guys can, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. I think we're one of the faster growing channels on YouTube, and I want to keep it that way. We really do enjoy making this show. So if you guys can, the more subscribers, the more we thrive overall. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for subscribing to the channel.
I'm going to answer your question in two parts, Harris. The second part first is maybe they didn't have the ability to take the strait. You're exactly right. They said we mined it. Yet this weekend, the two warships that you mentioned did freedom of navigation acts, completely drove back and forth through the strait, didn't find any mines. And so the insurance companies are telling all the ships, it's too expensive for us to go. So by saying they have mines, they've enacted the same action of having mines. So that's one thing, is that I think the Iranians' bluster is being called, that they don't have the ability. The second thing that happened is in the early days of the war, we eliminated a lot of their coastal batteries and their mine-laying ships as one of the initial stages of eliminating the Iranian Navy and eliminating their air defenses and eliminating their ability to shoot the short-range missiles would be the ones that would threaten the strait.
One last one. If we want to force them into the corner about their uranium so that they can't make a nuclear weapon, do we have to go in and get that? Do we have the military forces and might to be able to do that?
So I think that the U.S. has the military force to go get the uranium, but I'm starting to think that we should hire a third party. Would probably be the better concept there. I mean, that's just me. I could be wrong on that assertion.
I think I know your answer, but it's more about the mission.
Right. Again, the answer is in two parts. No, we don't have to get it. We just have to make sure they don't have it. So there's other resources available to us to ensure that they don't have it or that somebody else gets it. But yes.
Interesting. So the question is, how do we prevent them from having all that enriched uranium then? That's the big question.
Answering your question, the United States military has the capability to go in and get the nuclear material.
All right. So you say there may be some more mission planning ahead, is what I'm reading between the lines there. Keep them from getting it. Fascinating. Colonel Jernigan, always great to have you. Please come back. Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click.
Well, it's interesting, man. It's very, very, very interesting. What do we do? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Trump daddy, man. My man's killing it, dude. My man's kicking butt. And, you know, honestly, there's a lot of people hating on Trump in the chat, but really, I don't really care what they think. I think you guys are wrong about Trump. A lot of you guys that are hating. Yeah, look at this war was necessary because Iran was pretty darn close to fully enriching that uranium into weapons grade. All right. So I think a lot of us need to understand that this war was absolutely necessary. It's pretty dope, man. Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody for supporting the channel in many, many ways. You guys keep the channel afloat. I think I'm going to probably end the stream here in a little bit, in just a second. I do want to say, if you guys can, send us a super chat, send us a gift. Super chats and gifts do help fund the channel in a lot of ways. So even the simple act of sending like a little 100 as a gift or something, virtual gifts really do help the channel in a lot of ways. So whatever you guys feel like contributing, like I always say, I'm extremely grateful for any contributions from anybody. I mean, you guys make it fun. But yeah, look, I'm a Trump fanboy, all right? I'm a Donald Trump fan. I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know, I think that Donald Trump, I think, gets a bad rep. And yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand some of the hate that Donald Trump gets at the end of the day. It really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So yeah, no, I'm a Trump fan at the end of the day. And I'm unapologetic about it. I think that's the best part about this is I'm very unapologetic about my support of Donald Trump. I don't even know why I would have to apologize, to be quite frank. We live in a culture where we're shamed if we don't abide by what the collective tells us to abide by. So I'm very proud of my defiance to the woke left. And I'm going to continue to be defiant to the woke left. You know, whatever the woke left wants me to believe, I'm going to believe the complete opposite. And I think that's just the best way to do it. I really do. I think the woke left doesn't understand the world. Yeah, the woke left is terrible. I'm not a fan of the leftists. But I'm a fan of Donald Trump. I'm a fan of what they're doing. You know, a vote for Trump was basically a vote against woke, was the way I looked at it. But yeah, a vote for Trump was a vote against woke. And yeah. The heartbreaking tragedy of Mike Rowe. What happened? Wait, did Mike Rowe pass away? Neighborhood was burned down? Damn. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I think what we'll do is I think we're going to get a little more information tonight about the Iran war. So me reporting on the war in the morning, I think just isn't going to do any good for anybody. So we'll do a broadcast a little bit later on today. And yeah, from there we'll just we'll do the rest of the show for a little bit later on today, of course. That's how we do it. Yeah, I'm thinking if there's anything else I want to add to this, but I just want to say thank you guys for being so supportive of the channel. I mean, the more subscribers we get, the better. That's one thing that helps the channel grow a lot that people don't really realize is just the simple act of subscribing really makes the show grow. I mean, like right now we're at 10,027 subs. Once again, man, we're at 10,027 subs. I mean, I still can't believe where we're at. And I believe that, I've worked really hard to make this show what it is, and this new microphone is proving to be one heck of an asset. But yeah, AT, I love you, bro. We'll do a show later today. We'll do a show a little later today. Don't you guys worry. We're just gonna end the stream for now because I got some stuff I got to do around the house, and yeah. So I want to get a little bit of sunshine. I'm just glad I was able to get the delivery of this microphone today, man. I'm stoked. I am pumped up. I'm jacked to the tits, bro. Jacked to the tits. Oh. Okay, well, I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to be a part of all this, and I just hope you all have an incredible rest of the day. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button. If you can, send a gift, send a super chat. We appreciate all those. Thinking if there's anything else I want to do or say. But yeah, if you guys can, like I said, send a super chat or a gift. They really do help the channel grow. And we're going to end the stream in 5, 4, 3.